This is State Senator Brian Dahle, California's Republican gubernatorial candidate. If his name doesn't ring a bell, you're not alone. With 4 weeks to go until Election Day, a recent poll found more than half of California voters are not familiar with the man challenging Governor Gavin Newsom in his campaign for re-election.
It's going to be a tough race, no doubt. We're down to the wire.
Such is the life in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1. Dahle, a farmer from Lassen County, recently had his face and name carved into a giant corn maze in Shasta County. He's doing anything he can to increase his name recognition.
Is this even winnable?
It is. We're seeing a lot of independents and Democrats coming over to the Republican Party. People who are on fixed incomes or hourly wage earners and Latinos are really moving towards Republicans and just want some balance in California. We've seen that in the polls.
What we've also seen in the polls is a bleak outlook for Dahle. The recent Berkeley Institute of Governmental Studies poll shows him trailing Governor Newsom by 20 points. But Dahle, who calls Newsom an out-of-touch elitist, is diligently trying to get out his message, focused on public safety and combating inflation.
Day one as governor, what do?
Number one, I want to drive down the cost of energy in California. That's the fastest way to stop inflation. So I will open up the 1,200 oil wells that are waiting at the desk of Gavin Newsom.
On some of the more divisive issues, Dahle told us he's pro-life and against Proposition 1, which would enshrine abortion rights into the state constitution. He says he does not support the state's plan to ban the sale of gas-powered cars by 2035. He also does not believe that kids should be taught about multiple gender identities in schools. These positions are all in stark contrast to Governor Newsom. Yet, instead of challenging Dahle on these issues, in recent months, Newsom has been targeting Republicans in other states.
So it feels like Governor Newsom right now is really running a campaign more against the governor of Florida, Governor DeSantis, than he is against you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to talk about what's happening in California. He's running for president. There's no doubt about it.
Newsom has denied he's running for president and recently told reporters he isn't taking his commanding lead in the governor's race for granted.
I take nothing for granted. I've been all over the state of California. We have focused on the issues that people care about.
Now, Governor Newsom and State Senator Dahle are set for a debate, the one and only debate they've agreed to. It will be on public radio, KQED, at 1 p.m. on Sunday, October 23rd. And even that is another sign of how non-competitive this race is. That sole debate is at the same time as NFL football games and MLB playoffs.